Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's nice and cool Friday here today. So I hope y'all are doing well. Um, Man, I don't know what I'm going to do with y'all. I listened to some of the playback of yesterday's coffee session, and my audio was horrible, and nobody said a word. Uh, right before when I first came in here yesterday and went to turn it on, Windows has been doing some updates and stuff, and every time they do, they jack up my webcam, and I have to unplug it and plug it back in to get it to work right. Well, apparently, when I did that yesterday, it then set the default mic for StreamYard to the mic on the webcam. So here I got this thing sitting here talking in it, and it's not even doing anything. So I checked it today to make sure, and in fact, I'll even check it once again. Yeah, it says it's using this one. So, yeah, the audio sucked yesterday. I mean, it was okay. You could hear what I was saying and stuff, but it's just not the quality of this thing. So, enough of that. Let's see who we got hanging out here today. Got a few folks over here on Friday. Big D's in the house. 39 with a high of 55. Here in very cold Wilston, Michigan. All right. All righty. Good to see you. Hey, Larry Gaunt's here. 60 going to 70, 11. Yeah, that's excellent shop weather, isn't it, Larry? Troy Pritchard's in the house. TGIF to you, sir. Earl Walker, 39 going to 52. Thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. I got 7 of them over there, according to this. I don't get very many, but it don't matter. I appreciate the ones that do. Let's see who else here. Steven Toronto's here. TGINF, as Dave would say. Yeah. Happy Friday, Steven. Got another Steve here, Steve Gronsky. TGI taking off for the golf course. 43 going to 67. Well, may your score be as low as the temperature. There you go, Steve. Have a good day. Jesse's in the house. We gotta perk Jesse up, man. He's like morning, you know. I don't know, Jesse. It's another great day, man. Come on. Doug Sis, good morning, fellow Gatton. Fall break is coming this week. We'll have to get permission from the wife to join you next week. Well, my gosh, you tried to, soften her up a little bit by getting her that dumpster. What more are you going to have to do? Flowers or something? Come on. You would think a 20-yard dumpster would be enough, but I don't know. George Rothfuss is in the house. Michigan, Wampler's Lake. Friday AM, woke up to frost on the pumpkin. Snowflakes. Snowflakes? Yeah, well, I'm not going to go there. Clear, early 30s. Expected 54. Scattered showers later in the afternoon. Y'all have the best day you can. There you go. Now that's an attitude right there. Get out and be all you can be. That's what I say. George Rothfuss says, great boomer flight to Washington, D.C. Your Jedi skills are strong. Oh, no, I got a long way to go. That yoke is, I thought it was going to make it a lot easier, but it's actually, I believe it's a little trickier. Of course, unless I just don't have it dialed in right, well, that could very well be the case. I'm still working on the sensitivity settings, playing around with them to see, but I haven't had time to fool with it in the last day or two. So, Kevin Ailes is here. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you here. Clyde CNC. Good to see you, Clyde. Hope your daughter's still doing well. Jim Sinicola. How you doing, Jim? Hey, look who's here. Bob from across the pond. How you doing, Bob? Good to see you. Gary Hammett's here. Paul Stewart. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Paul. It's tough to type early in the morning, isn't it? Yeah. Good to see you. Janet Moore's here. Hey, there's a solar guy right here. Morning, people of Coffee Land. Yeah, yeah. Eddie said it sounded fine to him. He's talking about the sound from yesterday. But then he is old, yeah. Yeah, I should start, checking stuff, but I always just assume my stuff is working right because I always just come in and say something and I see the little bar move up and I'm like, okay, the mic's on. But this one's up here, the webcam is so close too that it'll move that bar. And it's just if you go back and listen to, after this one's over, listen to it and then go back and listen to one tomorrow, you'll be able to tell the difference. It just the audio quality was not there yesterday. Hey, there's Doc Whitaker. How you doing, Doc? Bart Bixel's in the house. We got all kinds of folks. Clyde says 8. I'm not sure what that means. I must have missed something. Doc says, enjoyed your flying trip. Thank you, Doc. I hope you're enjoying those. I have fun checking that stuff out. And I believe it or not, I learned stuff because, it's been a long time since I was in school learning about stuff. But, you learn about the Pentagon and the White House and the Capitol and all that, but you don't really keep them in mind of where they're laid out in relation to each other. But when you fly over and see that stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I see how this is laid out. Because I know a lot of times when the president's doing a one of those press conference things or whatever where he's sitting at his desk, a lot of times when you look out that window, you can see the Washington Monument back there. And now I know why, because after doing that little flight and seeing where stuff is. Oh, 8 thumbs up. Thank you, Clyde. Oh, well, it says 11 now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, daughter's home now. Good, good. But the only little thing with that scenery, and that was a free download. It was something, the community, thing somebody had done. They said they had flown. I guess they were from that area, and they flew over it with the standard stuff that came out with the flight simulator, and they weren't real happy with it, so they did some of those models, and it was a free thing. So I downloaded it and installed it, and thought, well, I'll go check it out. And then when I did, I thought, yeah, it's kind of cool. But it was weird how the White House would not show up. Because when I was at the Washington Monument, I kept thinking, well, I know the White House is around here somewhere. I think this is the South Lawn right here. And then I don't know, it's either that package or it could be maybe just my settings on my computer. I don't know. Because I don't have the strongest computer for doing that flight sim stuff. Yeah, now 12. Yeah, let's go. Steven says, I started watching Boomer yesterday, got tired, came back to finish it. It was gone. You know what I did? I uploaded it last night. And when I got up this morning, I realized that I had uploaded it in 720. And I'm like, you're going to do stuff with scenery. You want it at least as good as you can get it. So I deleted it and re-uploaded it in 1080. So now it's a little better video quality. And of course, I lost a few views because there was like 6 or 8 views on it. And I think I think Larry had put a comment on there too, so that's gone now. But yeah, I just redid it with to re-upload it in 1080. And Stephen had made a comment about Doug Sisk's beautiful animal in his picture. So there's the picture right there. It is a beautiful animal. LB Sharp's here this morning. How you doing, LB? Bill, or good morning, Bill. So, Wild Bill. Sorry, Dave. If you fly to Danville, can you see the dump, Mount Trashmore? Uh, yeah, I don't. I'll have to do a video of Danville just for my Danville peeps. Um, but I don't think because in the dump, kind of next to the airport. I mean, I know there's a lot of space there, but I see something, and I think it's the dump. I don't know what else it would be, but it looks like it might be the dump, Mount Trashmore. I'll have to do a special video of Danville, and because I've already flown all that and looked at all that stuff, and some of you folks might appreciate it. Bill might, and Janet and Doug and all the, like I said, all the Danville peeps, people that actually know where those places are. But I'll have to do one and take the little drone down and go right down to stuff like I did, because I went and I found the old South Elementary thing, which now is some kind of government building or something. But that was always a neat building. Uh, they just don't make buildings like that anymore. But I like that building. Um, what else? What else is there? The courthouse, the square, of course, the school, the football field, the old school, which is now, I guess, some kind of government building. That's what they do with old schools. They just turn them into some kind of government building. Looks like. But the school, the Ellis Park down there, the you can see the pool, um, the ball field, Little League ball field, and of course the thing in the middle, the clay tennis courts from well, it's a Helton, right? And aren't they named for Janet Helton's mom, Mrs. Helton? Um, anyway, yeah, I'll have to do a video just for my Danville peeps that I think y'all might like. And then you can see, like, well, yeah, but don't get too excited because, like I said, since I hate to break it to you, but Danville's not a really big metropolitan area, so it's not handcrafted models where it's all designed to look good from about 1,000 feet. When you get down there, it all changes. Like when you get down, like when you're over a house, you go, yeah, that looks like, yeah, I can tell that's my old house. And then you get down in the front yard and you're like, no, I don't look anything like my house, because they just modeling what they think. Rosemary, thank you, Doc. I could not remember. Yeah, Rosemary Hilton. Great woman. Great woman. Bob's got to go to the doctor's appointment. All right, Bob. Hope it's just routine stuff. Let's see. Eddie says, I wonder if the system removes the White House automatically for security purposes after. I don't know. I don't think that's got anything. I think it's just something about the way it's modeled or whatever. It may be that it's designed to not show that detail, so it saves resources on your computer until you get close to it. Because you notice how it just goes, it's not there at all, and then boom, there it is. It just pops up. And it's a pretty good. I mean, from what I've seen pictures of the White House, it looks like a pretty accurate model. Uh-oh, Janet says the clay tennis courts are gone. They dug them up and turned them into pickleball. Oh, I don't even know what a pickleball court is, but man, there's very few clay tennis courts. I mean, Danville was fortunate to have those. And I used to play tennis back in the day. My dad loved to play tennis. Me and him used to play tennis right down there at Ellis Park because my dad loved clay courts. Um, does it use Google Earth? No, it uses Bing Maps because it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Microsoft does not like Google. So they use Bing, which is owned by, that's their thing. That's their competition with Google. There's Bing Maps and Google Maps and all that. But yeah, it uses the Bing stuff. Eddie says, I haven't flown since Flight Sim X, I think. Well, get with it, Eddie. Come on. I'm not a salesman for the Flight Sim 2020, but you can get I think for like $10 a month you can get a Game Pass for Xbox and play it that way, or you can get by the standard thing. It's like $60. Then they have a premium. They have a deluxe, which is I don't know, 85, $90, something like that. And then they have the premium deluxe, which is what I bought, and even it was only $119.99 when I bought it. So, and I think the biggest difference is with the standard, you get 20 planes to choose from. With the deluxe, you get 25 planes, and then with the premium, you get 30 planes. And of course, you can buy, people that model, these third-party developers, you can buy stuff. You can, like, if you live in a certain area, and there's an airport, but you don't like the way it's not really that realistic. If somebody models it up, you can, some of them are free, like that stuff I got. And then other things you can purchase and get them. You can buy a plane. You can purchase certain scenery for a certain area where they fix it up better than what the Bing Maps did. So, Doug says he can probably see it from his backyard. Are you talking about Wild Bill? Can you see the Mount Trashmore from his backyard? Is that what you're referring to? I don't know where. I know Bill says he lives in the pea patch, but I don't know exactly where. Well, I probably do too. I've sent him stuff. I probably got his. I could look you up, Bill. You can't hide from me. I'll have to do that. I'll have to look you up, fly over the thing. There's awesome wood things. Dave, I'm here. Hello. Good to have you, Matt. Janet says she doesn't know what pickleball is either. Well, I guess we'll have to Google it to see. It just doesn't sound like anything that's as cool as clay tennis courts. Oh, man. A little late. Morning, all Jack slept in some. Wow, that's man, Dave, I gotta hand it to you. I saw the picture you posted of your gantry where you had put that logo, the one I'm showing right there on your thing, the Wooden Visions. And as somebody who has fairly recently bought a vinyl cutter and played around with making some stuff, I know how hard that is to weed that little small stuff. So well done, my friend. That was Doc Whitaker says the dump is is behind him. Is that what you're saying, Doc? Is behind Bill? Bill says, I know it would be exciting for you to fly to my house. I'm going to do it. Now, I won't be posting it and, giving away your secret location. But I will. I'll look up your address since sent you something a while back. And I'll share it with you privately, and you can maybe get a kick out of what your house looks like. I think it's fun to do. Could try to find stuff because, well, like when I was doing the Washington thing, like I said, I was flying. I'd loaded that new scenery package, and I was flying out there, and I'm like, right away you see the Lincoln Memorial, and then just a little farther to the right, you see the Washington Monument, and then you see the mall. They call it the Washington Mall, that big long grass strip. Um, and Then you see the Capitol building. But when I saw the Washington Monument, I'm like, yeah, I know the White House is around here, and it's kind of a landmark. You should be able to spot it, and I couldn't spot it. And then when I got the drone and went down there and got close, all of a sudden it boop, and I'm like, oh, I guess okay. So when I shoot a video, I'll have to make sure I get over there close enough to pop. And then once you pop it up, it stays in there. So I don't know what the deal is. Doug says Bill lives in the minimum security prison in Plainfield. Well, see if you can get out in the yard now. I'll go by and you can wave. Bill says, "Let me know when, and I'll go out front and wave." Okay, I'm going to do that this morning just for giggles. Like I said, I won't do any of that publicly, but I'll send you Facebook Messenger screenshots or something, Bill, and you can say, "Nope, that's not my house," or whatever. But yeah, sometimes when I'm on a hunt to find something and I don't really know whether it's modeled well enough in Flight Simulator to be able to recognize it, I'll have to pull up either Google Maps or Bing Maps. I still use Google Maps and hit the satellite picture and then go, make it real big so that I can see what it looks like from the air. And then I can go, oh, okay, so there's where it's supposed to be. And it's just like in that last video I just did. As I looked at the Capitol, and I had Google Maps over here on the other side, I'm like, okay, the U.S. Supreme Court's supposed to be right back behind it and to the, on the left side, and then just beside it is the Library of Congress. But they're not modeled at all like what you look if you just went to Google Images and looked up pictures. Doug says, if you fly over the farm, please don't spook my babies. I would never spook your babies, buddy. I know how attached you are to them. I would never spook your babies. George says, if you investigate the cost of third-party vendor aircraft, the most expensive package of Microsoft Flight Simulator is a good bang for the buck. Yeah, there's a guy I watch. I've mentioned him before. It's Two-Tone Murphy. He's hilarious. Guy is just, he's he's an Irish dude. Got the big accent and everything, and he's hilarious. He does impressions and stuff. He does a really good Sean Connery. He does a good Sean Connery impression. He's always messing around, and I just have a ball watching. His streams are really long though; they're like 2 or 3 hours and stuff. But he has a Mooney, and it's not part of the regular package. It's a third-party thing that he bought. But he loves that plane. He flies that most of the time, and it's a beautiful aircraft. So, all right, looks like I bored Dave Clemens. He's out of here. Go, going fishing for salmon. Well, good luck. Good luck with the fish. Maybe hiking later. Have a safe and happy Friday. But and bye. All righty. Have a good Friday, Dave, and a great weekend. I just paid somebody something. I got something over here. I don't know what all that's about. I just paid somebody $2.25. Must be something I ordered on Amazon or something the other day. Oh, live on Coffee Sessions. Yeah, I didn't do a Gatton CNC live for you CNC peeps that are out there. I know there's a couple of you maybe. I didn't do a Gatton CNC live Wednesday, just too busy. But I've got to make a new desk shoe. If you saw my picture I posted on Facebook yesterday, it's in terrible shape. And every time I go out there, I'm like, oh, I keep forgetting to come out here and make this. So I'm going to do it today, and I figure I'll do a live from out there, and you guys can come hang out and watch, ask questions or whatever. If you want to, I'll be there. I'll turn the camera on if anybody shows up. Fine. If not, that's okay too, because I got to make the dust shoe regardless. So, let's see here. Steven says, I wonder if you buy the standard, can you upgrade without buying a complete new package? I'm pretty sure you can, Steven. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure I think it, kind of like Vectric software where you start out with this, but then when you upgrade, you only pay the difference or something. I don't think you have to start all over again. Clyde says, get a B-29 and fly over Japan. I did get the update for Japan. They redid it and have done a lot of handcrafted modeling on the buildings, and I've seen it, and it's beautiful. But I didn't get it when it first came out. It was supposed to be a free thing, and for some reason I could not get it. When I click on it, it would all of it would be grayed out. I'm like, well, what's the deal? But then this last Tuesday, when they did, they do an update every Tuesday, patches and different bug fixes and stuff like that. After I got that, I thought, well, let me try this Japan thing again. Sure enough, it worked. So I've got it now too. So I probably will do a flight of some kind from one end of Japan to the other. Check out Nagasaki, Hiroshima, or Hiroshima if you prefer that pronunciation. Tokyo, all that stuff. Gary says, what time? I don't really know. Probably about 3-ish, something like. That's what time I normally do the other live. So probably about 3, because I got to get some stuff set up. Doesn't take me long to set the camera stuff up because I bought a little roll around thing and it's got the 2 monitor mounts, so I just keep a sheet thrown over it and keep it out there. So basically I just have to wheel it around, get it in position, connect it to the internet and boot it up, and I'm ready to go. Yeah, probably about 3. Yeah, I haven't posted the link yet, but I'm going to do that right after I get off here for this. So hang out with me and see. I'm only making the bottom part now, the part with the brushes. The other part's fine. The top part that mounts to the spindle, it's fine. But if you want to come hang out and watch me probably screw up something since I'm doing it live, but yeah, that's the way it goes. All right, I heard my little timer, so That means it's time for me to get off here and get to work. I go to the UPS store again this morning. Gotta go ship something, so I'm gonna go do that probably first, then come back and set that camera stuff up, and then probably around 3ish, I'll do the live. All right, everybody have an awesome Friday, an awesome weekend. This is number 267, so 268 will be Monday the 19th, if all goes according to plan. Anyway, I'll have a great one. We'll see you then. Oop, I better hit the right one.